Dr. Abhay Bang, you are in a sense the person who discovered the need for rural healthcare in this country. Your pioneering work in rural Maharashtra. I want to understand, have the chickens come home to roost? That for years this has been neglected. There has been very little investment in rural India in healthcare, and now faced with COVID, especially in states like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Jharkhand, it is becoming a crisis point. Even in rural Maharashtra, it appears that the district hospitals are ill-equipped to deal with the scale of the pandemic, Dr. Bang.
Yes, this is very true, but I would add to that though the media is primarily focusing on the theater of the hospitals, real story is being scripted in villages. And when the disease came, it first came to Nagpur, then to Gadchiroli, and then to Taluka towns, and then to the villages. In the first wave, it took 4 to 6 months for traveling the infection. Now, within 1 month, it has reached practically every village. My rough observation is that nearly 10% of rural population is today sick with symptoms, which means probably much larger number of people are infected. There are deaths reported from a large number of villages. So our count is definitely undercount of deaths and of cases. True problem is much larger, and it is because for the past 70 years, we neglected developing public healthcare system. Past 30 years, public healthcare system is underfunded. But then this government had at least 1 year's very clear warning. But we did not prepare for that. Look at the annual national budget, which was presented in the parliament in February 21. In spite of 1 year warning, the health budget was hardly increased. It was almost same as it was during the pre-COVID year. Finance minister made some jugglery of number, but in reality, health budget remains same, while it should have been increased by at least 1 lakh crore, looking at the next phase and the pandemic which was coming. We should now accept that we have to learn to live with corona, but it also means we have to prepare a public health care system which can protect us from corona. Not only public health care system, government public health system underfunded, but I must say they are fighting this heroically with their limited resources. I wouldn't really blame them at all. It is the governance structure which is creating problem. Very centralized governance decision making in Delhi. Delhi people are very wise, but they can't be so wise that they know 140 crore people's need in 600,000 villages. We have completely excluded village gram panchayat, village sarpanch, SHGs, village community, and we want to change behavior of 140 crore people all 24 hours. You just can't expect that kind of behavior change. So we must involve communities in trying to fight with this pandemic. We must increase budget, and we must very rapidly increase the capacity for oxygen, RT-PCR and vaccination.
But you know, at the root of this Grameen system, of the village system, presumably, Dr. Bang, are the primary health centers. Now, is that where the problem starts? You're saying people are working heroically, the doctors are working heroically in rural India. But what do you do if the primary health system itself in several parts has virtually broken down, Dr. Bang? Where do you start? Where do you start to fix a broken system? The system is broken. Corona has come and hit an already broken system. So where do you fix it, Dr. Bang?
Look, because it's a question of life and death right now, patients are struggling for oxygen. In my past 50 years medical work and career, I have never seen such situation. So first priority obviously has to be those serious patients in hospital, they need oxygen. But then after that, this situation will be over in next 2 months. We must very rapidly build the public health care system for universal health care, primary health centers, sub-centers, and health and wellness centers, presumably 150,000 health and wellness centers. They must all be equipped to deal with corona. They need not have ICUs, but they can deal with 90% of the cases of corona. We must start there. We must involve communities. Look what is happening in Gadchiroli. Though disease is rampant, People don't want to get tested because they think quarantine will be enforced. They don't want quarantine. People don't want to go to hospital because they think, of course wrongly, that in a hospital their kidneys are removed and dead bodies are thrown. They are not given back to relatives. We don't want to die in such situation, they say. They don't want to take vaccination because unfortunately there is a rumor that some fatal cases occurred because of vaccination. There is a misinformation at every level. So we need to involve village leaders, village communities, SHG, women really to educate 140 crore people as to what is the nature of infection, what they should be doing at home, if they fall sick, what they should be doing, and that vaccination is a lifesaver. They should not be shying away from it. We did not do that. We did not prepare ourselves nationally for the past 1 year when we had the opportunity. So now we are firefighting and we have to be in emergency mode for a while. But in long term, I would say in every village, there should be one Asha and one Ashok, a male health worker. We need 2 community health workers in every village, well-funded PSCs and universal healthcare system, and a governance structure which doesn't work from Delhi, but it works from states and from district and from village panchayat. That's what we need.
I think you make the critical point. Delhi doesn't know best. Sitting in Delhi, whether we are journalists or politicians, we don't know a country of more than 720 districts. We need to decentralize.